All right, guys, welcome to the post-fight press conference. We're going to start with Mr. Hearn from Matchroom. Eddie, if you want to give any final comments.
Yeah, John won't be joining us. He's fine, but his doctors have advised him just to relax in the change room and do his drug test. So I thought I'd come out here and answer any questions that you have before Oscar and Jaime Munguia arrive.
How about Munguia? Leno, you are for Chicana Boxing. How about Munguia versus Berlanga? Should Berlanga get past his, upcoming fight?
Yeah, I think, for me, I think he has 2 or 3 really big fights out there for him. I mean, the Benavidez fight is a huge fight. The Canelo Alvarez is a huge fight. Berlanga is Mexico against Puerto Rico. If Berlanga can look good on February 24th, but I think he's a very exciting young fighter, 43-0, great style, and he's obviously not my decision. But if I had my way, it would be Edgar Berlanga. But he has a lot of options ahead of him.
Cool. Any other questions? Oh. Yeah. Stand up. Sorry.
Eddie, John Ryder told us last week that if he didn't lose, he might have to ask him some hard questions of himself. What do you think the play should be with John going forward?
Yeah, I think it's always difficult straight after a fight. But, I think having reached the heights that he's reached, particularly the Canelo Alvarez fight and the Jaime Munguia fight, I think there is a chance that could be the end of the road for him. We really believed he could win tonight. He really believed he did as well. I think, the start was a bit of a nightmare. The 4th round wasn't really a knockdown, but you had to score it a knockdown. And obviously having 2 knockdowns in the first 4 rounds was very difficult for him. But beaten by the younger, fresher man. So a decision to make for sure.
Eddie, Two Bros Boxing. You had mentioned that Jaime's resume hasn't really been stacked with some of the best names, and sometimes you kind of question his credibility. Does a dominant win over John Ryder, does that give him a little bit more credibility now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for a guy who's 43-0, he doesn't really have a lot of really prominent names on the record. That's a fact. But he was also started his career very young. And, I think Fernando's done a great job to build him, and now Oscar as well. So I think a stoppage victory over John Ryder is a standout victory. I mean, you saw the Canelo Alvarez fight. He had him down, but, it went the distance. So I think the reason that Oscar and Golden Boy picked John Ryder was in the hope that they could stop him and do something that Canelo Alvarez couldn't. So I think that was definitely the biggest and most impressive win of his career so far.
Cool. Last question.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have a lot of tremendous fighters. So do we. I mean, if you look at it, you could do a mega card. I mean, firstly, Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney, who hopefully we can make this week. Jaime Munguia against Edgar Berlanga, another incredible fight. I mean, Virgil Ortiz against one of our 154 guys, maybe Israel Madrimov, maybe Conor Benn coming up, or Conor Benn against Alexis Rocha. You got Darius Fulghum down there. We've got plenty of middleweights for him as well. So there's literally a dozen fights that you could make. But, it's always disappointing losing to Oscar. So tonight we go with our tail between our legs.
What's the score now?
I think it's 5-4 to you.
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
A win is...
Yeah, I think it's a night. I think, and when we was at the WBC event this week, Bob Aaron was talking to the PBC guys about maybe doing Top Rank against PBC. I think, for the fans like fantasy matchups, fantasy picks, and we have so many fighters in Golden Boy and Matchroom across the divisions. You could literally have a 7 or 8 fight card, and obviously with us both being on DAZN, I think it'd be a great look.
Okay, last one, Ernesto.
I think it's okay. Good to see you always. Congratulations, because Ryder is such a guy with a big heart. But what about the tournament in 168 involved Golden Boy and Matchroom as well? 168 is...
Yeah. I mean, look, another huge fight. They wouldn't fight him at the moment because it's a high-risk fight. Is Diego Pacheco. Diego Pacheco is a future star. He's 20-0, and I see him fighting the likes of not just Edgar Berlanga, but Jaime Munguia, Canelo Alvarez. I know he trains with David Benavidez. So Diego Pacheco is an outstanding talent. He's 20-0. I think he's the future at 168-pound division. But whether they want to fight him just yet, because you've got other fighters like David Morrell, who's not our fighter, but he's an unbelievable talent. I wouldn't put any of my guys. I wouldn't rush to be putting him in with David Morrell because he doesn't have the name and he doesn't give you the reward. So they've got Jaime to this point. But yeah, we have fighters at 168. Same with Golden Boy. But I would like to see Jaime, if he doesn't fight Edgar Berlanga, I would like to see him fight Canelo Alvarez. All right. Thanks for your support, guys. See you soon. Cheers.
All right, Gabby, it's your turn. Yeah, you can bring him in. Vamos a esperar a Oscar. Ahorita viene. Ya. A Oscar. Ahorita viene. Ya. Sí, we're just waiting for Oscar real quick. All right, Gabby, why don't you make some initial comments?
Hi, how you guys doing? Hello? This fight was a pretty good fight.
Speak loud.
Can you hear me? There you go. There you go. Christina Cruz, I want to give my hat off to her. She was a tremendous fighter. I was watching her growing up in the amateurs, so kudos to her for stepping into the ring with me tonight. I hope the fans had a good show. They all came. I think we gave them a show. Not only me, but Jaime Munguia, Colanzo, a bunch of them. So it was a good show.
Samson, do you want to make any comments?
Oscar. S'il vous plaît.
Statement made, baby. Statement made. Yes. First of all, congratulations. You're amazing. You're incredible. This is just the beginning. Thank you, Samson. We appreciate you. We strongly feel that Fundora will beat anyone in her weight class. You're a hard worker, you're a great champion, and this is only the beginning. So thank you very much for the opportunity. Yeah.
Well, Gabi want to unify titles. Happen to be, you have all the titles.
Let's get all the titles.
That's right. So we tried to do it January 6th, and he fell. But maybe we can do it in a close future and unify the 4 titles.
We'll figure it out. We'll go back to the drawing board and we'll figure it out.
That's right.
Enjoy the win.
Yep. That's
Enjoy
right.
the win, baby. Enjoy the win. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you guys very much. I mean, what can I say? All I have to say is statement made. Jaime Munguia, I believe, did what nobody else can do, and that's knock out John Ryder in a spectacular performance, I have to say. And I talked to Freddie Roach right after the fight in the ring, and he looked at me and smiled, and he said, "This is just the beginning. You wait and see." So I'm excited for Jaime's future. I'm excited that he did make a statement, and now the possibilities of him fighting the king, which he calls himself, Canelo Alvarez, that's the fight to make. September is the fight to make with Canelo Alvarez. And all of you hopefully can push that. Everyone can push that. That's the fight.
an all-Mexican showdown in September of this year. Imagine that. Statement made.
Any last questions for Gabby? Back there.
I think we did pretty good. I think we gave the fans a show. We went almost all the 10 rounds, but you know we did what we worked on, and it showed tonight.
Last question here.
Gabriela, tell us about the magic moment with Julio Cesar and your brother, and of course the belt.
He's an amazing guy. He's amazing. You know, he was giving me some pointers that throw that straight too, which was what we were working on too. You know, but Monday we go back to the drawing board and get right back at it.
What Chavez told you?
Throw the straight too. Yeah.
Something like an advice or?
Yeah, that we just go back to the drawing board and just throw that straight too. And that's what it was.
Algo que agregar, Samson, un momento mágico de los Tundora con Julio César, una de las más grandes leyendas.
Well, I say from day one. Oh, en español. En español. No, fue algo maravilloso. Lo conozco de muchos años, a Julio César Chávez, y tenemos una gran amistad, y estoy seguro de que todo lo que le dijo, que no estuve presente, habrá sido muy bonito, de un gran campeón, y sin duda alguna el mejor boxeador, el mejor campeón de la historia, del pasado, ¿se entiende? El futuro capaz que sea Munguía, pero se olvidaron de Benavides por ahí, pero igual. Sí. Pero sí, fue muy bonito de parte de él, y un gran abrazo a él. Y nos vemos pronto.
A round of applause for Gabby.
Darius Fulghum, people. Look, this just to say a few words. You know, you're not always going to knock everybody out, and today was a perfect test with an experienced fighter. Went the distance with a crafty. He was a veteran. And that's what it takes to jump levels in boxing. You get better and better. You know, sometimes you got to work on things. Sometimes you have to go into deep waters. Sometimes you have to swim with the sharks. And, you know, I think this fight here is only going to make Darius better. And I believe that he'll grow as a fighter. He'll grow and learn, you know, the game against these crafty veterans in the sport. So we were very proud of what he accomplished, of what he was doing up in the ring, trying to figure him out. A dirty fighter, a fighter who was crafty. It's not easy. I know that for a fact. But you know, he got the win, and back to the lab, back to learning, and you grow as a fighter, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oscar couldn't have said that any better than I couldn't have said any better than Oscar has, you know. Up to this point in my career, you know, I've been 9-0, 9 KOs, and I honestly, people ask me, you know, what have you learned these 9 fights? And, you know, I learned a lot about the process and about myself, but as far as things in the ring, I never got to really learn anything. In my 9 fights I've had, I barely gotten touched, barely gotten hit, you know, didn't have to face adversity. And so this was a good test for me, and I really appreciate Golden Boy for giving me an opportunity like this, because this is what makes me grow. This was going to make me a better fighter when it's time to get to the championship level, right? And I mean, every fighter can go through and explain that this isn't you know, we'd all not gonna have our best performances, right? But the one thing we can control for sure is that we learn from it, we grow from it, and we keep going forward. And I know for sure, like Oscar said, like I'm gonna grow so much from this. I learned a lot from this. He was a tough veteran. He knew how to survive. Funniest thing is I used to wrestle back in high school. I thought I gave that up. I didn't think I had to be wrestling in the ring like that again. But you know, who thought it would have came back up years later? But like I said, he's crafty. He know how to really survive, and I tip my hat off to him. Wish I could have got the stoppage, but like I said, I learned a lot from this experience.
You know what I loved after the fight, Bernard Hopkins, my partner, says, "I'm going to his next camp."
Dude, I don't think, and he just told me that too, and that meant the world to me. To again have the, I heard him over in the during the fight too, as he was giving me some instructions too, about pinning him with the jab, throwing the right hand, because every time he kept ducking, he was trying to come in and grab, boom, stop him in his place, drop the right hand. And again, it was a big, yep. I seen him stop him coming in, so. Again, to have a legend like this and Bernard that can come help me out in camp, again, Golden Boy, they're doing me just right. Like, we're gonna get to the top. You know, this isn't the end, and this isn't you know, greatness is still to come. It has to be built. It's not built overnight.
And one thing too, I mean, you got the win, and it wasn't a win given. You earned a hard grind out win, round by round, and you go look at this fight. When you get your time and it settles down, you get home, you look at this fight and you look at the things that you could have done, because you need to be your own critic, right, and your own cheerleader. You just can't let both of them cross paths and be in denial. That's the key of discipline. You heard what I just said? If you let both of those things cross, you be in denial. You have to be your own critic, just like you have to be your own cheerleader. A lot of people can't handle both of them and not be
beautiful
bias.
Questions.
All right,
Beautiful.
Questions? Right here.
Darius, from the fight build-up, all the interviews you've had, you've always seemed like you had the mentality that you're the hardest worker in the room. And now, with a test like this, how does this kind of build up your mentality, especially with someone now, it sounds like Bernard in your next training camp?
Repeat the question one more time. What exactly are you asking?
Fight build-up, you seem like one of the hardest workers in the room, and now that you've had a test like this, how does this kind of set the tone for your next training camp, knowing that you're going to work harder for a bigger test in the future?
And it sets the tone even more. Me and my coach are talking about it too. It's just like there's so much, again, like we're just scratching the surface. You know, it's to the very beginning of my career. I haven't been pro that long, and I don't think I say I'm so excited to get back home and get back to the gym. Like there's so much to grow, and this was my first real pro experience where I actually in the ring get to actually learn something and implement it, take it back home, and like I said, really grow as a fighter. So this is just a start.
Is it?
Bernard is like one of the most disciplined guys in the whole game. What is it going to mean for him to be at your camp?
This is again a hard question to answer with words. Like just how can I really put into words the feeling I had when he told me that, right? A legend in the sport that's gonna be by my side to really help propel me in my career. I can't put that into words. But a lot of his career I really want to embody. You know, just the entire discipline and really make, you know, this is my lifestyle. This is my life, and I know I want to be great. And there's only one way to be great, and it takes the work.
When you got two legends, Hall of Famer, giving you wisdom of knowledge of the sweet science.
Period.
Thanks, Darius.
Thank you, Darius. Y también quiero decir que sí, esta noche Jaime Munguía hizo una declaración y esa declaración fue contundente. La pelea fue fuerte porque Ryder es un buen contrincante para Jaime y para cualquiera, pero el hecho de que Jaime Munguía fue el único de noquear a Ryder te dice mucho de Jaime Munguía. Así que estamos muy orgullosos de él, pero como lo dije antes, el Canelo Álvarez es el que decide, pero también el público decide. El público y los medios deciden. ¿Por qué no ver un duelo México contra México en las fiestas de septiembre? Jaime Munguía con Canelo sería algo espectacular para el boxeo mexicano. Ahora ¿qué se puede decir de uno de los grandes? Oscar es un tremendo talento. Hizo un excelente trabajo y felicidades. Lo hiciste para tu isla, para Puerto Rico. Lo hiciste con mucho orgullo y se sabe qué trabajo pones en el gimnasio y entrenas fuerte para tu familia, para la isla. Y estamos muy orgullosos de ti. Ahora sigue lo grande, unificar y quizás pelear 5 veces este año. Quizás.
No, I gotta thank everybody. Thank you, Oscar, Bernard, Miguel, Héctor, Brian, Go to Promotion, Golden Boy Promotions. Give me the opportunity to fight in this card. And Paco Alcalce, the president of the WBO. I gotta thank him too to all this support. And I think I made a statement. I made a statement that the 105 pounder, they get a boom in this business of boxing. They throw punches, we get hit, as well as the 447 fighters. And I think I made a statement. It was a great opportunity, and I'm honored. It's a pleasure to be here in Arizona. It was a big fan. It was a big fan base. A lot of Arizona love boxing. And I think I want to fight here again.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm very happy and excited. Thank you, Oscar, Bernard, and all the family of Golden Boy Promotions, for believing in us, Eric Gomez and all the staff for believing, because when we came out with the pride of, the talent of Oscar Coyaso, he was special. And everybody has been seeing our vision, with only 9 fights now. He's a world champion with a second defense. And we believe he's the most skilled fighter after Miguel Cotto in Puerto Rico. And everybody saw it tonight. We have a lot of champions and we're proud of it, but Oscar Coyaso is the face of boxing in Puerto Rico. And I think he made it clear, and he's writing his own legacy little by little, and everybody will continue seeing his growth.
Probably the most we've seen Puerto Rico shine since Miguel Cotto, since Tito Trinidad. What does it mean to represent your country on the stage?
No, it's an honor. It's an honor. I'm here to make history. I'm here to make big fights and be a legend, be an icon to my island, to the people that see up to me. And I think I'm starting to build that. I'm starting to build my legacy, giving my influence to different boxers to show them that they can make it if they work hard, they dream hard, and if they put in the work. All they got to do is listen to the trainers, listen to the family, and trust God always.
Coyaso, felicidades, qué gran estilo, sorprendente verte en el cuadrilátero. Dice Brian, al que saludo con gusto, que eres la cara del boxeo de Puerto Rico, la tierra del mofongo. ¿Qué tanta responsabilidad de ser el rostro del boxeo de Puerto Rico, esa isla con tanto talento, o qué tanta presión es?
No, no es tanta la presión, porque soy la cara del boxeo, porque yo los represento a todos. Todos somos la cara del boxeo puertorriqueño. Creo que todos somos parte de ese movimiento grande que estamos haciendo, y creo que es una gran responsabilidad para mí representar a mi isla. Lo hago con orgullo, trabajo duro para eso, y para eso tengo mi equipo de trabajo, mi familia que me respaldan, y creo que lo hago bien. Creo que hasta ahora lo he hecho bien, y voy a seguir trabajando y a seguir demostrando que soy la cara, que somos la cara de todos los puertorriqueños del boxeo.
Oscar, earlier in the week, you were talking to Oscar De La Hoya about having 5 title fights. With the way you won tonight, do you think it's time you ask for an early instalment on that briefcase full of cash?
I think he gotta get that briefcase. He gotta play that. I think it's a big step up. You know, I know we don't make that money, 105 pounds. I think is a big opportunity for me. I don't care how much is it. At least a little something can't hurt. But I think I
There's
could
a
do
good
it.
bonus. There's a good bonus.
But I think I could do it. You know, I think I stay busy is the most that I want. You know, and if I know that with their help and Miguel Cotto Promotion help and my help in the gym and my work ethic, I think we can make it happen. We're gonna make it rain.
I think. Look, I think if there's a fighter who can fight in this modern era, fight 5 world title fights in 1 year, it's Oscar Coyaso. You know, and the last one to do it was Oscar De La Hoya.
Hey, they put me Oscar because of you. My mom she's a big fan. She's a big fan.
It's meant to be. There you go.
Hey, she didn't put me Oscar for a reason, you know. She didn't put Oscar for a reason.
Get that bag ready. Thank you. Gracias. Yeah, we were happy to announce that the attendance was 10,836, I believe. So, yeah, that was amazing. It's incredible. I think Phoenix, Arizona, right, B, is an incredible fight town. We'll be back more often. And like I said before, it starts today. It starts today, and this is where we're going to show everyone what Golden Boy is made of. I think we know what we're capable of doing, of building, and I do have to thank the fighters for trusting in us, for believing in us. We know what we're doing. We know exactly how to build superstars, and we have a superstar in Jaime Munguia, and we're very proud of him. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Just a quick question. You fought here in 92 or 3 when the building first opened.
Yes.
How did that crowd compare to the one that you saw?
I think the crowd was louder today for Jaime than when I got dropped against Narciso Valenzuela in the first round, I believe. I'm just proud. I'm proud that I can come back here as a promoter and bring such a great fighter like Jaime Munguia, who can now be the future face of Mexican boxing. And it was just an amazing turnout. I mean, the people here are very, very knowledgeable. They love their fighters. They love boxing. They love action, and that's why we will be back.
You mentioned Munguia Canelo for September. And I think most of us on this side of the equation thought it would be May. Why September?
Because I believe Canelo is going to fight Charlo again. I believe in May. That's what I heard. Yeah. Can somebody... the brother. Oh, he's fighting the brother.
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, so...
It's like fighting the same guy anyway. I don't see anything different. So you was wrong, but you wasn't wrong.
So, yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, Canelo's going to walk right through him, and hopefully it can set up an all-Mexican showdown for September. We haven't seen an all-Mexican showdown at an elite level since Eric Morales, Barrera, Marquez. You know, I'm a gringo. I'm a gringo. I'm not a, Chavez De La Hoya wasn't considered all-Mexican.
Mexican-American confrontation since you and Julio, and a lot of people think that could be Canelo and David.
Absolutely. Look, the 168-pound division is stacked. It is exciting, and Benavidez deserves a world title opportunity. He's been waiting in line for I don't know how long. So there's a lot of players now at 168. Benavidez, I love. His style is incredible. He's amazing, amazing fighter. I love his attitude. I love what he represents. I love his work ethic. Yeah, he deserves a shot. And right now, Canelo Alvarez is the king. And the king has to decide. But like I said before, the media can help. The fans can help and decide what Canelo's next fight should be after he fights Charlo.
Oscar, buenas noches. Felipe Valenzuela, Univisión 34 Los Ángeles. ¿Cómo estás? Saludarte. A ver, esta es la mejor versión que has visto de Jaime Munguía. Y creo que en español también queremos interpretar esto. Ver peleas entre mexicanos en Las Vegas se ha perdido poco a poco. Claro. Sobre todo en septiembre, porque septiembre es el mes patrio. Mayo es más acá de este lado, claro, pero creo que entiendes que es septiembre para los mexicanos. Claro. El mariachi, la fiesta. Sí. Esta es la mejor versión de Jaime. Y también la segunda pregunta otra vez. ¿Por qué no ha pasado tantas peleas entre mexicanos? ¿Por qué se ha perdido ese sabor?
Yo creo que después de ¿quién era el campeón anterior antes de Chávez, antes de Canelo? ¿Quién era el gran campeón de México? ¿No, Márquez, quizás? ¿Un Márquez? Sí, pues Márquez peleó con Pacquiao, pero sí, un duelo entre mexicanos en septiembre sería excelente. Ahora que tenemos a Jaime Munguía y ahora que está Canelo como el gran campeón mexicano, se tiene que hacer esa pelea. No tenemos otra. Tenemos que ver un duelo mexicano en las fiestas patrias. Es muy, muy importante para el boxeo mexicano, para que siga creciendo. Y eso depende todo en Canelo. ¿Me entiendes? Eso depende todo en Canelo.
¿Qué tal, Oscar? Telemundo, soy Juan Valenzuela. Decía el papá de David Benavidez que Canelo Álvarez le tiene miedo. Está mucho en filo porque le tiene miedo porque sabe del potencial. Si Canelo Álvarez, que obviamente ha de haber visto la pelea de Munguía el día de hoy, empieza a sacar la vuelta también a Munguía, ¿qué piensa vos de puede sacar?
No, mira, déjame decirte una cosa. Boxeadores no tienen miedo. And I'll repeat this in English. Boxeadores no tienen miedo, nunca. No, eso no. Yo, ni Chávez, ni Hopkins, ni yo, ni. El miedo no creo que exista en el boxeo, adentro del cuadrilátero. Yo creo que es, no sé, yo creo que es forma de, no sé, quiere ser una persona. La verdad no sé por qué no se hacen las peleas, porque yo vengo de una época en donde peleábamos todos, los mejores. Así que yo no entiendo por qué las peleas grandes no se están haciendo, ¿verdad? No son los peleadores, porque los peleadores no tienen miedo. Yo creo que es política. Y eso.
Claro. ¿Podría ser el Canelo Álvarez quien pueda estar defendiendo esas grandes peleas entre mexicanos?
Pues yo nomás lo que no entiendo es de por qué Benavidez ha estado como el retador oficial por más de un año y medio, 2 años. Eso no lo entiendo. Y como te dije, eso es pura política. He was asking me, why is it that Canelo, now Benavidez, Munguia, why aren't these big fights taking place? look, Benavidez, who I respect a lot, incredible talent. He's been the mandatory for Canelo for almost 2 years, I believe. So it's all politics, and things have to change, because I come from an era. So does Hopkins, where you fight everybody. You fight the best. You fight whoever you fight. You have to fight. And so it has to stop. It literally has to stop, because when we have the best fighting the best, this is what you get. Munguia, Ryder. It's incredible.
Oh, wait, for Oscar. Okay,
Eddie Hearn was in here earlier talking about a potential Golden Boy versus Matchroom event. Obviously, Eddie's got a presence in the UK, but internationally, or in LA, Phoenix, Vegas. He's talking about maybe Haney and Ryan Garcia. If that were to come together, is that an event that could go to the Sphere?
No, I don't think it can. I don't think that happens. Last time I heard, Haney was a free agent, so I'm not sure what he's talking about. And then now Golden Boy, Matchroom showdown. I'm not sure what fighters I can put my fighters against his. I just don't know. I don't know if he has the talent in his stable.
Hola, a Caliente TV. Son dos preguntas. La primera es si Golden Boy tiene un plan B en caso de que Canelo Álvarez no aceptara pelear en septiembre. Y la segunda, ¿cuál es el paso 1 para Golden Boy para buscar esa pelea? Es decir, un correo electrónico, ver medios, un WhatsApp. ¿Cuál es ese primer paso?
Respetar Canelo, respetarlo y respetarlo. Y aquí tenemos a Jaime Munguía, el campeón. ¡Vamos!
All right, we're going to take comments from Jaime Munguia first.
Bueno, ¿qué tal? Muchas gracias a todos. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que están aquí, a todos los que están presentes, a todos los que hicieron posible esto. Golden Boy, Zanfer, Hopkins, Wildcard, Freddy, que pues ya que sin ustedes no fuera posible nada de esto, estoy muy agradecido. Y pues espero que mi actuación de esta noche haya sido de su total agrado.
I just want to thank everybody, first of all, Golden Boy, Zanfer, Bernard Hopkins, Freddie Roach, and all of you guys. And I really hope that my fight and the show that I put out tonight was enough for all of you guys, and you guys enjoyed it.
Buenas noches. Yo la verdad únicamente les quiero dar las gracias. Good night. I would like to thank everybody for being here. And I only want to ask all you guys a question. Is this a statement or what? Yeah, definitely a good statement. We all know who Jaime Munguia is, the new face of boxing. And honestly, he will keep working to be the new face of boxing. And he's a pleasing fighter to watch. Look at the arena in other people's town. And he put a lot of asses in seats. So we're very proud of him. And very humble also with all the 168 pounders. There's a lot of fighters out there. We want to celebrate tonight. We don't want to go and see who we're fighting right away. But we would like to celebrate tonight because his performance it was sensational. Thank you very much.
Hello. What are you going to say? I thought he fought a very good fight tonight. It was a very tough fight, and I hear a lot of noise about like who's next and so forth. But we just beat one of the toughest guys out there, and we're gonna head back to the gym and we're gonna work really hard back there. And whoever ends up being next is in trouble.
Dijo que fue una buena. No, dice que mucho ruido, que había mucho ruido y que fue un rival difícil, pero que el ruido quedó atrás. Que el ruido quedó atrás y que ahora es regresar al gimnasio, seguir trabajando para lo que venga por delante.
Y que el siguiente, ya sí te voy a quitar la chamba, cabrón. Y que el siguiente rival, quien sea, está en problemas.
Primero que nada, felicidades por tu pelea. ¿Cómo sentiste el ambiente el día de hoy? ¿Cómo te arropó desde que saliste la gente de Phoenix, Arizona? Ya Oscar decía que esta es una ciudad que sabe del boxeo. Las más de 10,000 personas que estuvieron aquí lo demuestran. ¿Cómo te sentiste arropado por la gente de Phoenix?
No, la verdad, estoy muy agradecido con toda la gente que vino a apoyarme, bueno, en especial a Phoenix, Arizona y obviamente las personas que vinieron de fuera. Mi primera vez peleando aquí, la verdad estoy muy contento. Quisiera regresar muy pronto, un lleno total en la arena, entonces es una gran motivación más para seguir avanzando.
The question was the crowd, his reaction to the crowd, and he basically what Munguia is saying. Thank you to Phoenix, everybody that came from Phoenix, everybody who came from around Phoenix. I want to thank you, and it makes me feel like I want to fight here again and again. So thank you again, everybody that came and everybody here in Phoenix.
Jaime, buenas noches. Felipe Valenzuela, Univisión 34, Los Ángeles. Felicidades por tu victoria. Esta es la mejor versión que tienes tú en estos momentos. Te hemos visto crecer poco a poco. Creo que tienes una gran gente a tu alrededor. Oscar, Bernard, todo tu equipo. Mi pregunta es tan sencilla y simple, ¿no? ¿Estás ya listo para pelear contra Canelo Álvarez? Y por qué no, como tú lo has dicho, ser la nueva cara del boxeo mexicano. Tiempo atrás, se lo comentaba Oscar, ya no hay peleas entre mexicanos en Las Vegas. Mucho tiempo, Floyd Mayweather nos ganó literalmente el mandado. ¿Estás listo para esto?
No, sí, la verdad que sí. Pues no sé. Obviamente, ahorita no estoy listo, pero me voy a preparar para lo que venga y voy a ser el mejor.
The question was basically, are you ready for Canelo? Floyd Mayweather took the market from Mexico and Mexican fighters for a long time. Now, are you ready for Canelo? The answer, yes, I'm ready. Not right now. I need to take a little break and then get ready for Canelo or whoever comes.
Hola Jaime, Ernesto Amador de No Puedes Jugar Boxeo. Dos cosas, mi querido Fer. Bernard Hopkins muy inteligentemente te dijo, ya no vas a pelear por ti, vas a pelear por tu hijo. Describe la sensación primero de tener a tu bebé allá abajo y ahorita te hago la segunda pregunta.
No, la verdad es algo muy bonito, pues como le digo, es una gran motivación, es alguien por quien dar el mejor ejemplo y pues seguir avanzando y seguir creciendo siempre.
So Bernard Hopkins told Jaime, now you're not fighting for Jaime Munguia, you're also fighting for your son, who happens to be Jaime Munguia Jr., and it's a great motivation to fight for him and keep going for him and for the legacy.
Es un tanto chocante hablar de la siguiente pelea, pero es una cuestión inexorable. Hay que hablar de Canelo Munguía y hay que hacerlo porque el público lo pide. Oscar decía atinadamente que no es una situación nada más de ustedes, sino que el público la pide y la prensa tiene que pedirla porque es la pelea que esperamos. ¿Qué significa para ti que con este golpe de autoridad en la mesa el público diga tiene que darse Canelo contra Munguía en algún momento?
Bueno, pues la verdad yo creo que pues sin duda pienso que sería una gran pelea para todos ustedes, para todo el público y obviamente para mí, para mi equipo. Pues estamos listos, obviamente queremos pelear con los mejores en la 168 y pues vamos a ver qué es lo que viene. Yo la verdad pues estamos ahora sí que abiertos a cualquier propuesta.
So basically the question was about how Oscar De La Hoya talks about we want Canelo and the fans want Canelo. Now the answer is I believe it will be a great fight for Canelo, for him, and for all of us. We want the best at 168 and we expect the best at 168.
Buenas noches, Daniel Antuna del periódico Frontera de Tijuana. Has entrenado con otros grandes entrenadores como Eric Morales, Alcázar, inclusive con tu papá. ¿Qué fue lo especial que hizo Freddie Roach en estos meses para esta demostración de poder que hiciste en el ring?
Bueno, yo creo que pues de todo se ha aprendido un poco, ¿no? Siempre hay que aprender y siempre recuerdo lo que una vez me dijo mi mamá, que de todas las personas que conociera, agarrara lo bueno y lo malo lo desechara, y la verdad que nunca lo he olvidado. Entonces pues con el paso del tiempo, con el paso de entrenadores, siempre he tratado de tomar lo mejor, lo que pues obviamente lo que más me funciona, y la verdad pues ahorita con Freddy pues me ha ayudado mucho a desempeñar todas esas cosas que he venido aprendiendo en el camino, y obviamente pues también muchas cosas en general que él sabe. La verdad es un gran entrenador, y no por nada ha tenido 53 campeones del mundo.
So the question basically was about Freddie. Like, what do you learn from Freddie Roach? You have had many managers, including your dad, also Eric Morales. And the answer was, well, my mom once told me, you have to learn the best from every single person. Pick the best from each person you meet in life. And that's what I've been doing. Freddie has been teaching me great things, and we all know he's a great coach. That's why he has 53 world champions under his belt.
De Fight News. Jaime, se habla mucho de la pelea con Canelo. Ahora, Oscar está luchando para el septiembre. ¿Planeas pelear en mayo? Porque Eddie Hearn mencionó que le gustaría enfrentarte contra Berlanga, el boricua.
Bueno, la verdad pues ahora sí que no lo sé si estoy listo para mayo por la cortada que tengo. Nunca me he cortado, pero la verdad si el doctor, el médico me dice que estoy listo, yo me pongo a entrenar lo más pronto posible.
Oscar have been talking about a fight in September, but also there's rumors about a fight in May with Berlanga. What do you feel about that? I need to get ready. I have a little cut. The first needs to heal, and then we will see what happens. If it's May, will happen, but if not, we will have to wait for the cut to heal first, and then we'll go from there.
Last comments? Oh, back there. Yeah.
Jaime, felicidades por la victoria, por el día del knockout. Tú sabes que eso es muy importante para el público mexicano. Algo que también noté es que conectaste con el público por tu honestidad sobre la crítica de la afición. ¿Qué tan importante es para ti mostrar humildad y honestidad?
Bueno, pues yo creo que pues es una de las bases para el éxito, ¿no? Pero la verdad pues es una gran motivación, ¿no? Obviamente las críticas y el demostrar que nada es imposible, que siempre puedes lograr lo que quieres, pero siempre tienes que tener pues esfuerzo y perseverancia, y la verdad pues eso me caracteriza mucho.
So, congratulations, Munguia, for the fight. You talked about the fans and how some fans doubted you. What was that about? And basically what, Jaime, it's always great to be humble and have honesty with the fans. It's a great motivation also when people don't believe in you. And that's an answer that I wanted to give them. A great fight for the answer of all doubts and everything that happened before, but now we're ready.
Freddie Roach picked you to win by knockout, a TKO in the 8th round. Congratulations on that. Got real close, Freddie. But I'm just wondering if you knew about that prediction, because when you went into the 8th round, it looks like you really were pursuing a knockout.
Sí, así es. Freddy me había dicho que tenía todo para noquearlo, que yo lo podía noquear. Y yo también sabía, yo tenía más o menos pensado que lo iba a noquear del 4 al 6, pero la verdad, yo pienso que tal vez sí lo pude haber hecho, pudo haber corrido más peligro en que me agarrara, y es por eso que pues mantuve la calma y esperé el momento.
Yes, I was aware of Freddie saying that the 8th round, but I thought I was going to be in the 4th and the 6th round. But at the end, he was a little more dangerous than what we thought, but we won.
Freddie, you trained Gabe Rosado to fight against Jaime Munguia. Now you have Munguia on your training camp. How can you define Jaime Munguia as a fighter after this fight?
He's an excellent boxer. We had a great training camp. I mean, he came to my gym in Los Angeles, and he was there for over 60 days, and we had great sparring partners. One thing about my gym, you don't come to play at my gym. It's not for play. It's for a real fight. And the thing is, I want to bring the best fighters here. It's like this row of fighters up here, when they all come to my gym, I'm really fucking happy. You know?
He's asking for Canelo fight. What is your opinion?
I mean, it's been talked about a lot. It's been saying, like, if you win the fight, he's going to be next and all that. But, you know, right now, I want to get him back in the gym and go back to work and work on what we need to work on. I mean, I'm trying to make him a better fighter than he ever thought of being. And we keep working. And, you know, somebody just told me out today that his speed was a little slow today. I said, okay, that's what I have to fucking work on next. Okay, his speed. But last fight, it was his defense. And all of a sudden, he has good defense. Well, he doesn't really have good defense. He has good offense, which turns into good defense.
Cool. Thank you. We're going to take one last comment from you, Freddie. Any last comments?
Bye.
Bueno, nada más pues agradecerles a todos de nuevo, pues decirles a todos que vamos a seguir trabajando, a seguir aprendiendo y a seguir brindando grandes peleas. Muchas gracias a todos. ¡Viva México!
Thank you, everybody, and just keep working, keep learning, and keep continuing to give you a good show on the ring. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
A doctor who can put the Bendelets on Jaime.